Back when I was at university, me and a couple of my mates used to rent a house in the town nearby. And I'll be honest, we didn't really take the best care of this house. It never really got cleaned. The kitchen was always an absolute state. You know, I think the half a dozen times we did clean it in the year that we lived there, it was just when there was no surfaces left to cook on. The dishes were piled high and we thought, actually, we probably need to do something about this. In fact, we even also used to have a broken window next to our door. There was like a little pane of glass that ran down the side of the front door, and one of our mates had drunkenly stumbled and put his hand through it on a night out, and rather than getting it fixed, we just stuck a bit of cardboard over it and duct taped it up and hoped that would keep the rain out for the next few months until we moved. So yeah, we didn't really look after this place, and now sort of 10 years later, when I own my own home, I have a very different approach to looking after it. It's kept clean and tidy between me and my wife, and if something goes wrong, if something breaks, we tend to fix it. If we were able to ourselves, we do, or perhaps we'll call someone out to solve the problem. We're invested in that house, and we care for it because it's our home, rather than it being somewhere we're just renting. But I think that mindset, the renter versus owner mindset, applies actually to our lives quite a lot as well, in the way that we approach life, the way we approach our health, our bodies, even our mental states, our finances as well. It's all tied up under that mentality. We may think that our bodies are, this temporary thing, so it doesn't really matter what we do with them, how we look after them, and that can lead to us abusing them in perhaps using substances or just eating unhealthily. It's very easy to fall into those traps, and we often do it as a result of an underlying issue. Perhaps we eat because deep down we're lonely, rather than actually because we're hungry. Or, we turn to alcohol to help us socialise, when actually the underlying cause is that we're quite anxious. And these things, when we're approaching them with that renter's mindset, with that it doesn't really matter, it's someone else's problem, we can blame society or advertising or our upbringing, the people around us. We shift the blame for our decisions day to day onto something else, someone else, and through that it can lead to us not building and not taking responsibility and ownership of our lives. And I did this for many years as well, and it wasn't until I made that mindset shift from renting to owning in my own body, my own mind, my own state, that I really started to make some progress. I felt like I wasn't just living for today, but actually was making decisions that were going to benefit me in the future. And through that, it really helped me to start compounding what I was doing in my life. I would make a better decision today, and because I'd made that better decision, it would then lead me to making other better decisions. If I'd done a workout, for example, and that was good, there's money in the bank for my body, my next decision as to what I was going to eat after that workout tended to be something healthier, because, well, I've just been to the gym and done something positive. So I'm taking ownership of my diet as well. And this shift, this mindset change allows you to start, when you begin to implement better habits into your life, make better decisions, you start to own your life again. And by building up that equity of good discipline, good decisions, you start to reap the rewards of that. As in with a house, if you were to buy a house and the market goes up, your property becomes worth more money, and so effectively you've increased your wealth. Whereas if you're renting and the property prices increase, your rent increases, and suddenly, you're still, your rent price might go up, and you're trying to catch up with that each day. So it's about shifting from making decisions that are the easy, not cleaning the kitchen or not fixing that window, and thinking longer term and about putting equity back into your life. If you're interested in how I approach this and how I do this in my own life, I've written a short ebook which is linked down in the comments below, and you'll be able to see the system that I used to kind of improve these different areas of my life and take more ownership over my health and my wellness and just general enjoyment of life as well. It got me out of that rat race of, just seeing what needed to be done today, and actually to look longer term and to see the payoffs that awaited in a year or 2 years or 5 years through the practices that I was doing. So if that sounds of interest, feel free to grab it for the link down below. I hope it helps. I hope this video has helped, and I'll catch you in the next one. God bless.